Yo guys, my name is Never Surrender for NS Audio, and next to me a true legend, the Viper.
Thank you, thank you.
NS Audio.
Melvin, in a few hours we have your very first masterclass. It's completely sold out. And what can we expect? Are you excited?
Well, first of all, I'm very excited. It's sold out. Never expected that. But no, I'm going to show a lot of things actually. You know how the theme is, the kick, of course, the kick chain.
Yeah.
People want to see the kick chain. How I stack the melodies, the vocal editing.
Super cool.
Everything what I can show you guys, I will show.
I'm also super excited. I love to play the track, and the original producers from Burning Love are coming as well, right?
Yeah. He sent me the message that he was coming. So if he's here tonight, that would be awesome.
Oh, that's an honor. Yeah, that's super cool. Well, I cannot wait. We start in a few hours. Before that, we're gonna eat something. I can also wait. But also our students did send in some questions for you.
Yeah.
And thank you for your time that you would like to answer them here on YouTube. And we did pick a few we did really like, and we're gonna ask them for them. So I need to read them. I will take my laptop with me. The first question is from Be Stronger. He's an artist, a student as well, and he asked, I would love to know more about the career journey. How did you reach the level you're at today, and what were the key moments that shaped your path?
Well, as you might know, I started this 30 years ago already.
Oh, yeah.
So I was pretty young, and you know, in the beginning of the hardcore scene, I was there. So we evolved, of course, through the years, and just keep on doing what you love, and made a lot of cool tracks. For example, like this one. This is already 16 years ago.
16?
No, wait, 15 years ago.
Oh wow!
This track.
But it was not like you started your career with a business plan and an idea. It was more you made music with the guys, with the
exactly
the G's.
Back in the day, it was really a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, it started, of course. Now it also starts as a hobby.
Yeah.
But now there's lots more involved.
Yeah,
you know?
I think a lot of people start making music with a kind of plan behind it.
Yes.
In so much here, I would like to stand on that party. I want to collaborate with him,
Exactly.
and I think
actually nowadays you can do that. You know,
yeah,
because you have a lot, and you can build around that. Okay, we know this party is really big. And back in the days, we only had a few.
Yeah.
Of course, Thunderdome was really big for us, you know.
Yeah.
When I played my first Thunderdome, of course, it was an achievement.
Yeah.
And that was really like maybe 3 years later,
wow.
after my first release. So not really.
But it's still pretty quick.
Yeah, pretty quick. And
wow.
I had really a cool job back in the days. I worked at a record store, so that helped me also a lot.
Which one?
Midtown.
Midtown.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I worked in a shop in Utrecht, and I met a lot of people. You know, so that was my kind of social place.
Yeah, that's
where
nice.
you meet all the other people in the music industry.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do with this community right here. A lot of guys walk in, we like to connect young producers with legends and other guys. Yes. And back in the days it happened in the record store, and now we try to make it happen right here.
Exactly.
The next question is from No Kane. You've had an incredible long and impressive career. How did you manage to stay relevant in the scene for so many years? I think that's a really cool question.
That's really a cool question, actually. And I think the main reason is still love what you are doing.
Yeah.
And like what you are doing. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, sometimes, for example, uptempo. Uptempo was really not my thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can understand the music, but it was never my thing that I would say, okay, I'm going to produce an uptempo track or something.
Yeah.
So I stick with my own stuff, and it still works.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, my main shows are Millennium or early rave shows, so I combined those two, the sounds, in one set. And that's also really nice, I think, for the crowd and actually everywhere in Holland and in Spain, and it just works.
Yeah.
I started that I think 4 years ago together with Panic. Also, we had like, okay, why it should have been early or Millennium? No, why not combine the two?
Yeah, that's cool.
In one set.
And I think it's growing as well, right? I see.
It's still growing. Yes,
Yeah.
it's really a new movement, and I love to see that.
Yeah. It's on TikTok. You see early's doing very good. The really old 909 kicks, Millennium as well.
Yeah.
And I played yesterday in Italy or 2 days ago. And when you played Millennium, they went even more crazy than the more modern kind of hardcore.
Yeah.
So I think it's really,
funny, yeah.
It's having a comeback.
And maybe it's because of TikTok, you know.
I don't know. I love it. Yeah.
But anyways, you know, of course, you evolve with the music.
Yeah.
I've been there from the 90s, since the 90s, and I remember when I started, it was like my first record was in '96, and then it was kind of fast gabber, happy hardcore-ish, but that eventually went down pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like 2 years later in '98 or '97, even in '97 already. You know, it went down because of the commercial stuff, and it was not cool anymore.
No, I understand. Yeah.
But then we restarted, like from '97, I think. Yeah, '97, '98. Thunderground from Doug Raver and Vince. My old sound, Black Knight. I'm also Black Knight. That's my other
alter ego.
Alter ego back in the past, and there I made slower music. So the music, we built up the music again in '97, '98 until like 2001.
Cool.
Finally, some new artists were coming. You name it, you know, Endymion, Evil Activities was there, Cat Scam was there, you know, all the new guys were coming, and Millennium was born. What now is Millennium, that was born.
Wow.
So we evolved too in the Millennium period, and here we are in 2026.
Yeah.
And still doing
I think doing what you love, and if I think. If you keep doing what you love, there always will be a crowd that will stick to that kind of music and follow it.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So.
Of course, in Holland we are spoiled because when you live elsewhere, you know, it's not really that every week there are parties.
No.
But yeah, it's
That's
still going.
Yeah,
it's still going.
It is. It's one of the few things that were born in Holland. And how did they say it? I once heard it's the only subculture in the Netherlands that did survive and did really grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the next question is from DJ Sci-Fi. You've been a big inspiration for many DJs to start scratching, including me. How did you decide to learn scratching, and who inspired you to start doing it?
That's a good question. I started DJing actually in 87, 88, and there was no house. Yeah, there was house, but I was not into house music. I was really into hip hop.
Oh, nice.
So when I started learning DJing, there were I was always checking the record store, and they had video cassette tapes. From championships of the Dutch Music Club. That's what the name was, DMC. And those were really DJs who were really doing mixing skills, and they were competing for the World Championship. So I always bought those tapes and start learning from it.
Oh, wow.
I was really excited, you know, because those guys were really like, I was nothing in the bedroom, and those guys were level 10, you know.
I saw them on
So there was a learning, really a learning process, and so I developed the scratching. It actually took me, 1.5 years to decently scratch.
Wow.
So, you know, I brought all that into the DJ skills of hardcore.
Wow, super cool.
So it's a good question.
It's a cool one, yeah. I remember a few years ago I was playing at Hardcore Radio, and I did play before you guys, and you were playing back to back with Panic. And he can scratch as well, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
And I saw you guys playing together, And from that evening, when people ask me, "Are you a DJ?" I always say I'm a producer and I play music on stage, because what you guys were doing, scratching crazy stuff, playing 3 tracks at the same time, I was like, I'm not a DJ, man. I'm playing tracks. I was really inspired, and
nice.
I know DJ Sci-Fi is doing a really great job at scratching. And he wants to do as a spoiler, he wants to do a YouTube tutorial with us.
Nice.
To explain how he does the scratching.
Nice.
It's super difficult. I cannot do it.
So he has a hip hop background as well?
I don't know. He's a student over here, and he told me like I can scratch. I sent it in a video, and the whole class was like, "Yo, dude, we need a tutorial about this."
Yeah.
So he's coming by in a few weeks.
Nice. Cool.
Cool, man.
Good question.
Yeah. Next one is from Alex. When it comes to kick drums, what is your go-to approach? What is always your first focus?
I think the question is fair, but it depends on which music I think music you want to make.
Yeah.
For example, in the Millennium period, we started with just a 909 or a microtonic, and we're just tweaking around with a few distortions.
Yeah.
And there you have the kick. Basically, in the Millennium period, it was like that. Nowadays, it's far more complex.
Yeah.
That you have, I don't know how many layers, 4 or 5.
It really depends. Yeah.
4 or 5. But actually, the sound what I'm making nowadays is back to the early sound, and then it's really easy to focus on the 909.
Yeah.
Less plugins. A good EQ plugin, and let the 909 do its work.
Yeah, and that's true.
Then you hear really the warmth from the old school. It's just from the low end, from the 909.
Yeah.
The simple warmth, and so that's basically what I do.
Yeah,
and,
that's super cool.
Not really fancy 6 layers kick.
No.
No.
And I think the new kicks are going a little bit back to it, because in the up-tempo-ish style, they also create a lot of kicks with just 1 layer.
Yes.
To let the 909 or the Serum do its work.
Yeah.
And the mainstream was more layering, right?
Layering. It was crazy.
Yeah. Crazy,
But it's a technique, so it's really cool.
It's super cool,
yeah.
The next question is from DJ Alex. Yeah, it's, I think, a short question. Analog or digital? What do you prefer and why?
Oh, that's really a good question. Well, I can say both.
Yeah.
I have some analog gear still, but what is analog gear? I mean, come on, I don't own a mixer anymore, like a Mackie 32. I had a Mackie 32 back in the days.
Yeah.
Of course, I have my 909 and some hardware synths, but let's put it this way. The digital world now, some plugins are really awesome.
Yeah.
Like you have this plugin from Restyle now, the Sonic EQ. He modulated the Mackie.
That's crazy, yeah.
That's really crazy, because when you put a 909 through that plugin, I immediately hear the sound.
The real sound
that I had back in the days with the Mackie, because I owned the 32 and from one channel to each other. That's really cool. It's becoming pretty close.
Oh wow,
really close, and that's really what I love. And but for example, I know guys like CAT-Scan or Promo. They still have really huge hardware stuff, and I was at his place a while ago, and it's really cool to see.
From CAT-Scan.
Yeah, from I was at Promo's place, and he had still the old synths and
sick,
and really the mixer.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
But honestly, for me, for the workflow,
it's working faster with software.
If I have to choose, it's digital.
Yeah.
For the workflow.
Yeah, it's working faster. It's sounding better and better.
Yeah.
I think Fair enough.
Of course, it's really cool. I mean, I've had it too back in the days. But cool question, Alex.
Yeah, and DJ AB, that's the guy of the famous Pushy Lounge warm-up mixes on YouTube, if I'm right.
Okay.
He's a cool guy. He's asking which of your own tracks are you most proud of and why?
Ooh, sometimes it's really difficult because it's certain periods.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But of course, some records are really, really big hits.
Yeah.
Like for example, Come As One.
Come As One. Oh, yeah. Man.
When we made that track, actually, when we made that track, I was really like, okay, can we do this? Because it's really like trancey, poppy,
Yeah, the pop car, they call it right? In my opinion, it became just one of the best electronic music produced worldwide, I think, because you had pop, you had melodies, chord progressions, and then the heavy sound design, mixing stuff.
Yeah, so it was really, how do you say it? Spannend?
Spannend. It was, how do you say that?
We were really excited about the outcome, because it was really like, okay.
But it became a big hit, right?
Yeah, it became really a big hit. Yeah, and also Brendan Hart did the remix the year after, and also in the hardstyle scene it was a big hit.
Who did sing the song?
Until today, it's still I play it every week. Sometimes I forgot to play it, and I get really mad.
No, seriously?
Mad people like, hey, you need to play it.
But is it an original or is it an edit remix? Is it the vocals?
The vocal is original.
Original.
Yeah, it's original.
Who did?
It's a friend of us.
Yeah,
we did it. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And another track, I think "Coming Home," the one you remixed.
Yeah. Coming Home. Yeah.
But also, like you made that track. Those are more the commercial tracks. We made that track, and we're like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
But then it was selected by Q-Dance for the DEF CON End show in 2011, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that did huge for the record.
Yeah.
And back in the day was when you had.
Yeah.
But the song is cool,
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Cool. So more. Yeah, of course there are more. Control the Party. That's the old song. Exterminate. Yeah. So, I love all those songs, and it's really.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a lot.
Coming Home. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, DJ Triton asks, when starting a new track, what are the most essential elements for you? Do you usually start from a vocal, a melody, or something else? And how do you decide between a triplet groove or a straight structure? Okay.
Well, that's really a cool question, actually.
In-depth question.
Yeah, in-depth question. And no, it totally depends what I found on my path. Sometimes you listen to a vocal and you're okay, I can make music around that, or you just hear some fine chords, or you're playing some fine chords and do something. Yeah. And sometimes it turns out in triplet. I don't know.
It's just trial and error, jamming around.
It becomes from the jamming.
Yeah.
I think. Cool. For example, if you are doing a kind of bootleg or something, and that is triplet, of course, then you stick to the triplet pattern. To have example. How Long, what we did with Endymion.
Yeah.
But that was really actually the triplet period, when we did that track. The track is from 2009, so...
there was a lot of triplet in that age,
How long, na. That was really triplet.
Yeah.
So...
that's cool.
That become from the vocal. But no, really not actually
Nothing real
like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I make this kick, and I'm going to make this music around this kick.
Okay, no. Okay.
No. Sometimes, most of the time, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
When I hear some chords and...
you get inspired by stuff and you create something out of it.
Yeah.
And what you just said about the bootleg, I think that's super cool. A tip, what helped me for maybe new producers, sometimes you have to bootleg a track, and then you work mostly very fast because you have a chord progression, you have a vocal, you write a new kind of melody on it, then you remove the bootleg parts and add it with something new you write yourself, and then out of nowhere there is a track.
Yeah.
I didn't do it in the beginning, and now you said this. I don't know why, but it reminds me.
Actually, that's really a good learning curve.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you even can just do mashups or edits and use it for to learn.
Yeah.
And if it's really cool, you can use it to play.
Yeah.
You know, and
Mostly it's working.
It's really
the best,
a good learning curve.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
I was for
because music is music. It's already there.
Yeah, it's true.
So, no, yeah.
Okay.
Fool around.
Fool around.
Not only with the kick.
No, also with the music, with the
with
chords.
The music.
Yeah.
Sometimes start with the music.
Yeah.
The kick will come by itself.
Yeah. I think the most hits in the scene are not because of the kick, but what happens before the kick and around it.
Yeah.
And the last question is from Bob Mans. What is the number one tip you would give to every starting artist right now? That was a question. Sorry, I thought there was more. Yeah. What's the number one tip you would give to every starting artist?
Now, we actually talked about it just a minute before. Like, you know, when you are a beginning artist and you are really struggling or finding the right way, start creating a bootleg or something that you already have some basic music to work with. I think that's really important.
And like artist coaching wise, like stick to your own sound, or what would you say?
That's really something, you know. Eventually, you have to develop your own sound.
Yeah.
Because only then you will separate yourself from I don't know, 10, 20 others who are doing the same thing. And of course, in the beginning, it would not be easy because you are learning. It's normal. You know, you are doing stuff what you know or what you like. I did that too. Yeah. When I was younger, you know, I tried to recreate what I know and what I heard. Yeah. And then later on, you you try to do your own magic, and
I think
it will take time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that will come in 6 months or so.
No, that's super. That's super important.
You have to be super talented. then
but this is a super important one. I hear this a lot by our students. Like, how do this person create this sound or this kick? Because I want to create it too. Yeah. And I'm like, but that's his unique sound. Yeah. And I think what you just said is extremely important, because if people want to copy you, then you're in the right position, because you created something new. Yeah.
And I mean, today it's really harder, eh?
Yeah.
But I really still believe that really makes a difference.
Yeah, true.
And I know in the beginning, you know, it would not be easy, but
cool
question.
Yeah, well, Mel, thank you for taking the time
You're
to
welcome.
answer all the questions, and for the time, because I think it's super learnful for people to hear this from you. In a few hours, we start a masterclass.
The first masterclass.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Beer is cold, and
cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
You're welcome. Appreciate
See you guys.
See you guys.